to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Also a shalom to the elect, okay, the men that's striving to be of that number. And I want to do a part 2 on this topic dealing with the woman worship. Okay, this has really been on our spirit heavy in the last week, because no matter what establishment you go in, it's always dealing with the worship of the women. And we can understand why. Well, we understand now that why women behave the way they behave. They're not held accountable. Okay, they can shoot up anything, they can curse anybody out, and nobody does anything. Why? Because it's the Queen of Heaven. Okay, America, Babylon is the Queen of Heaven, and it wouldn't be Babylon if it wasn't so. Okay, this proves that America is Babylon the Great. The reason why it's called Babylon, because of Babylon, everything is confusion. Confusion meaning everything is upside down. Okay, as Isaiah 29:16 say, turning the things upside down. In America is Babylon the Great because everything's upside down. Everything's one way, the way it should be. The so-called white man has turned it to be something totally opposite. Now, it's cliche because you'll have a lot of people say, "Oh, y'all, you talking about is the white man, the white man." Well, we're talking about the top elite people who make up the rules of the society. The other white meat, so to speak, they're going to catch it too because they're back in the reincarnation doing the same thing they're doing, or even for the oppression. And let's say they didn't really do too much. Guess what? They're still going to have to go into slavery for the sins of their fathers, man. Okay? Just like we had to. And this is a big, big sin right here, man. Okay? You destroy a nation of people by putting these women over them. Okay? The scriptures even say that women shall compass a man. And how did that happen? The Lord allowed it, but he set up Esau, the so-called white man, to do it. Okay? Now, when you go back into, even as far as I can remember, and other brothers remember, when you started school, okay, the first thing they did is told you, don't put your hands on a woman. They geared you up for that. They already said it. They claim because domestic violence, because you did have wicked ass niggas, we'll get into that. You had wicked ass niggas that overly abused their position, okay, and would bust the woman's lip, okay, and blacken her eyes and treat her like shit. But what does it say about the women who meet these men? This proves, when you go back to Deuteronomy, the 22nd chapter, when it said men took women, as people like to say that we teach rape, which we don't. But when men took women, okay, and the woman, and let's say the father approved of it, or when the woman was betrothed, you had arranged marriages, you had to understand that the father knew what was damn near what was best for the woman. And if a woman took a man, he gave the father 50 shekels, okay, he was bound to take care of her. But not in this society. A woman walked down the aisle and get married, and guess what? The father gives the daughter away, which the daughter then gave herself away. So anyway, going back to when you're dealing with school, they tell you don't put your hands on a woman, but they never tell the woman don't put her hands on a man. This is the beginning, okay, from childhood of Queen of Heaven, the Queen of Heaven spirit. That's where it starts. Okay? Let's go to Second Esdras. Let's go to the Second Esdras, First Esdras 4:26. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and became servants for their sakes. That's why they show you all this in all these movies, the White Queen, and you'll see the toughest movie, and somehow the woman is the head and the leader. Okay, a lot of movies I see, it's always these women. The shit with the movie Wakanda, whatever, the Black Panther, it was the women leading it, and everybody loved it because they saw the so-called blacks getting together. But really, they loved it for that Queen of Heaven spirit, man. The man bows down on his knees, get on his knee, and uplift the woman. How the hell is that possible? Okay, on the average, the man is definitely much stronger than a woman. So we only allowed to be stronger physically, but we can't be stronger spiritually or mentally. Get the hell out of here, man. It's disgusting. And guess what? The Negro woman, the Negro woman is the one that promotes it. She was taught it all the way on down. Telling a woman, telling a man if he's going to be with this woman, they must get married in this society. And if you don't do it, it's considered shacking up. That also comes from Roman Catholicism, Christianity, the churches. Putting a ring on a woman's finger when men gave each other jewelry. Okay? Putting a ring on a woman's finger and you getting down on one knee. Where's that in the scriptures, man? It don't say nothing like that. But these are the traditions of men. And let's say the traditions of women. Okay? That's all that is. There's nothing in the Bible that tells you to get down on one knee, put a ring on a woman's finger, and all of a sudden you're not shacking up. Okay? So meanwhile, you do this and both of you never gotten together, you wind up getting married and getting together, and all of a sudden you don't really like each other. Get the hell out of here, man. But they allow their daughters to be whores and sleep around, but when it comes to moving in together, you better put a ring on the finger. Okay? Other than that, you can sleep around and be a whore, go to the club, get popped in the back of the club, in the backseat of somebody's car. You can have sex with your boss. You can do all the things you want to do. But before you live together, make sure you put a ring on your finger. You know why they do that shit? For entrapment. That's why I read in the other segment that Ecclesiastes, I believe 7:26, when he said, I find more bitter to death the woman whose hands are snares and traps. That marriage is another trap. Because at this point, at that state of the game, if you divorce her or you get kicked out, guess what? Even if it's your house, she keeps your house, your car, your children, everything else. And then you think over and over, just like the Black Conscious, the Black Lives Matter and Black Conscious, just like the Black Lives Matter, when a nigga gets shot, you would think over and over and over the churches is not working. You would think over and over and over the so-called marriage in the society is not working. Okay? Get the hell out of here, man. Let's go to Sirach 25 and 22. A woman, if she maintain her husband like like a person in a zoo who would maintain a lion, okay, controlling, okay? If a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. This is why these women, when you go into the supermarket or you go somewhere, they're dressed to impress, but you look at their face, they look angry. For one thing, when you're that soft, you're not going to do anything right that she needs towards a woman. Pleasing her wise, okay? If you get the message. There's no way you're going to be that soft, but when it's time to give her pleasure, you're going to be able to sure enough give her pleasure, okay? It's not going to happen. You're going to light a bunch of candles and get down on your knees, okay, and beg her, or whatever you're going to do. And you're going to listen to some goddamn music to get her in the goddamn mood. Since when did animals need music to get the mate in the mood? Okay? Anyway, and nothing wrong with music, but you got Jake who will do anything for these damn women. Okay, let's look up the word impudence. I just want to make this quick. It says behavior or speech that is bold and disrespectful. That's why when you go to the market or you go somewhere, you'll hear the woman cursing the hell out of somebody. Look, don't put your strength in the women. You're rolling with it. That's putting your strength into them too. Why? I'm not getting sick. I'm not, through the Spirit of the Lord willing, I'll never get sick and messed up over arguing with some goddamn woman. You know, nah. I'll get into it, you curse her out, whatever, and drop it. But you got guys that'll go crazy. I heard a Jake being cursed out by his woman because he didn't hot shot the car, man. I mean, she literally cursed him out till his head went down, and he cursed back, but then he put his head back down. That you gotta know that ain't working out right. But she'll go to the man next door or the thug, and she'll lay down with his ass. I done seen it a million times, man. That's how these women get down. Okay? If you're going to be in that situation, make sure you leading that steed, man. Don't get caught up in that. First of all, the best woman to have is this truth. I have to say that. This is your real woman. I mean, this is brothers who may be coming in. I don't know. Brothers who already got women. This is your women. Brothers young in the faith. This is your women. This is where you put your energy into. Even if you got a so-called woman, your energy goes into this truth, man. Okay? Because this is the woman that will not steer you wrong. This is the woman that's not turned upside down. This is the woman that's going to give it to you straight. This is the woman that's going to love you the right way. Okay? That's what it's all about, being loved the right way. And this is the woman that proves that in the kingdom, you will get the right woman when that time comes. And if the Lord blesses you with a woman and keep it so, you understand how to treat the situation so she won't be full of prudence, impudence, let's say that, and much reproach. That's all I have on that. Shalom.